when we always have like a general NFL roundup conversation. So this week, I think we should go through all the Week 7 matchups. I'll give the line, and we'll ask what we learned about each team.
Okay, sounds
So
good.
let's start with the Thursday night stink bomb. You know, I do think we should preview the worst game of the week every weekend.
Oh, yeah,
but
I like it, yeah.
This one's a little too quick. Giants at Eagles. Eagles are favored, according to DraftKings, by 6.5 points. So we learned that the Giants are the same team as Washington.
Yeah.
We learned that Philadelphia has a little fight in them. They got
That's
blown,
Carson. That's regular Carson. Yeah.
They got blown out of the water. Their offensive line was so injured.
They kind of just need to throw in that towel that their offensive line. They've been holding on to offensive linemen for so long and not been able to go through the draft and find someone replaceable. I mean, you have a franchise quarterback. You got to protect this guy.
Yeah, but there was tough things with the timing of the injury report. Like Lane Johnson didn't play, and that wasn't announced till Saturday. And like you see that, and like, you know,
That's feast. That's feast time.
Yeah, I mean, they were lucky to get a cover. They were never going to get a win that game. But in this game this week, there's nothing going on with the Giants. The Giants don't have a single skill position player outside of Ingram.
Right.
Daniel Jones is...
He didn't fumble. That's the mark.
And that's the highest praise. So
Yeah.
Good
job.
In this game, I think you see the Eagles are a team. They still care about their season.
Oh yeah, and they're so capable of still winning that division. So it's garbage.
And regardless of what happens in the Cowboys-Cardinals game tonight, it's gonna, no matter what the outcome is, it's gonna put additional motivation onto this Philadelphia Eagles team that has so far underachieved.
Yeah.
So
in our fantasy game, I went cute with the defense and picked Arizona Cardinals defense over Tampa's, and Tampa had 20 points.
Arizona's Cardinals defense, who lost their best player for the season.
Yeah, I was being cute. It was cute. It's being cute ball. You know that happens.
Cute. It's adorable. It's like telling a Pollock to piss in the corner of a circular room. Cute.
It's going all over the place.
Okay, so that one, I think last week, we look ahead. You take the Eagles. Next one, Bills, favored by 10 points against the Jets. We do not know the result of the Bills game, nor will we, guys.
Oh.
We're in a Props Network bubble. I gotta go. I love the Chiefs Bills game. I'm gonna watch it when I go home. Damn it. In this game, I have to ask, what are the odds of the Jets going 0-16? Is that the best way to enjoy betting on the Jets this year?
Yes. How bad they are? Yes. It's the only way.
The Jets, they traded their defensive tackle to the Buccaneers during the game yesterday.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Steve McClendon, he was traded from the Jets to the Bucs. And then the team's like, hey, you want to come back and get your stuff? He's like, nah, I'm just going to stay in Florida. So he rented a car and just drove to Tampa.
What an amazing trade.
Yeah, absolutely. And you
That's
know
so funny. Just be like, okay, hey, coach, I'm just gonna hop onto the other side too. I'm just gonna go get a hot dog. If everything's fine, I'm traded, right?
And I thought this was interesting. On the same date as the game yesterday, which was October 18th, on October 18th, 1975, the Dolphins shut out the Jets as the crowd chanted for the Jets coach to be fired.
Ooh, that's a good. I wish I was there. Can we get a time machine? Go back there? That seems like a fun
let
time.
baby Hitler grow up. You know, we want to see this Jets blow
Let's see this one.
I would honestly go back to see a Lions win a playoff game. It'd be nice.
I would love to see the Browns too. Little Ernest Biner.
And this is crazy. I got this stat from the game. It doesn't apply here.
Yeah.
But Tua became he threw the first left-handed pass in the NFL in 5 years. Is that correct?
I knew that looked weird, him throwing that ball. Is it Matt Leinart, the last one? Who's the last left-hander?
I couldn't... Who was the last left-hander?
I think it was Matt Leinart. I really feel like that's Matt Leinart.
All right, that's... You're asking me stuff, but that is your division of labor. You're switching the job.
Left-handed QB. But yeah, I think it might be Matt Leinart, but we'll see.
Yeah, so if the Bills are only favored by 10, like, that's maybe you just tie that money line to everything.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to get cute, the Bills money line is how you get cute. You can get a little multiplier.
Oh.
And then, maybe there isn't anything too interesting we can learn about the Jets or Bills right now. But this last matchup, Lions at Falcons. So you have two teams.
Yeah.
They're struggling to save their seasons. They suddenly looked like they had an ability to play defense yesterday.
Ooh.
The Lions were the secondary was so engaged. Like,
yeah, I
thought a couple guys were going to get ejected. They were hitting the shit out of the Jaguars. I loved to see it.
Yeah, they were getting after it. It was in Minshew. We're like, okay, well, we had that discussion with Jay Cat about if he's a franchise quarterback. I'm like, he makes the plays. He doesn't have weapons around him. And and then the Lions were just feasting on him because that line is awful.
Yeah, that line is awful.
Tim Tebow from 2010 to 2015, and then Kellen Moore from 2012 to 2017, and Tua.
Moore.
Yeah.
Kellen
and
Moore.
Pat White from 2009 to 2014.
But Pat White wasn't really a quarterback in the NFL.
No.
He was like kick returner, receiver, maybe a little wildcat in there. Meow.
I'll make sure to get a soundbite so you can do that. So.
And, when we talk about what we learned yesterday, I think we learned that we need to issue a formal apology.
To who?
DeAndre Swift, who was the best player on the field yesterday by an extremely wide margin.
Hey, it is. If we're thinking about it, he is. The rookies are out of the preseason now. So they they have those games under their belt, and now it's really just instinct, and now you're seeing it.
19 carries, 122 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The last Lions running back to get 100+ yards and 2 touchdowns in a game?
Who you got?
Barry Sanders.
Barry!
And it took him until week 16 to do it. DeAndre Swift getting it in week 6,
wow.
So not so bad. And it's crazy how much confidence gamblers had in the Lions.
Really?
Yeah. Yesterday, a gambler, he placed a $2 million money line bet.
$2 million?
On a parlay of the Lions and the Dolphins.
I'm sorry. That's just too much money. I'm sorry. That's just $2 million?
Yeah, anonymously, too. A lot of people, if you're an Astros fan, you're probably like Mattress Mac. He's always out there with his big bets.
Yeah.
This guy is he wanted it to be anonymous. Oh, I like the Lions.
Oh, my goodness. So did he win? What's the win? Did he?
Yeah, he won. He won. That was probably, I had the Lions money line at -160.
Yeah.
So if you tied that with the Dolphins, I think that would bring it to close to even odds. So he's walking around with $4 million.
So you just get that wired in? Like you just take a deposit?
You have to do it cash. If you're going to a casino,
yeah,
you can't use any
cash money, homie. Oh my goodness! How do you take $4 million?
Sam, you can't place a bet at any sports book with a credit card, can you?
If you're like a big heavy hitter, you can get a line of credit.
Yeah, but even when I'm in line at Atlantic City or Vegas, you see the guys, they're walking around with their wads and so this guy, he went to the bank. They're like, hey, why are you withdrawing this money? He's like, well, I really like Stafford on the road this week.
Wow.
And somehow this bank gave him the money still.
Sheesh.
And
that's a time trial right there. He's got the sports almanac from Back to the Future, and that's what he's doing. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, so I can't believe the Lions at Falcons is one of the best games of the weekend.
Yeah.
But one of these teams, they looked great last week.
Matt looked great.
Whoever wins this game is going to have momentum for the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Both are I think they kind of want to play for Raheem Moore in Atlanta. And with the Lions, Patricia was coaching for his job yesterday, they came through for him.
Yeah, I mean, I say that the Lions are on that uptick too. I'm just not sure if the Falcons can handle the workload with a lot of people out, and they just need a running back. Yeah, Todd Gurley's great, but you really need someone to protect the ball and just give Matt some peace, and just have 150 and I feel bad for Matt. I just don't know what's going to happen to him and the whole team. Because everyone, him and Julio Jones connected for a touchdown. You could see they hugged, they knew this might be the last time.
And it was crazy to see Matt Ryan have the swaggiest play on an entire NFL Sunday. That fourth down, he acts like he's scrambling. He backpedals like he's James Harden doing a step back.
Yeah.
Finds Julio all alone. Julio's man is trying to stop Matt.
Yeah.
Easy touchdown there.
Good on Julio, too, because he could have, went to Twitter for this bad record and be like, I need to go. I just don't like this team. He just stays the course, and that's just a great player on your team to have.
Yeah, and in this context, in this gambling show, we have to look at how both these teams looked yesterday. No one knows what's going to happen in this game. Lions, Falcons, absolute stay away.
Yeah.
And, the next game might be a stay away, too.
I'm pretty sure.
Steelers at Titans, and
I'm pretty sure.
The Titans, they're just ruining every COVID theory I had for gambling.
Yeah.
We're seeing this wreck the Patriots season.
Well, Tannehill is just Tannehill and Coach Vrabel is, I'm sorry, Coach of the Year right now.
Have you seen? That was the first time in my entire life I saw a coach get his own highlight reel from a game.
Oh yeah, that 12-man, then him acting like he was mad about it is genius. Like he's getting an Oscar and Coach of the Year for that. That was so cool. This guy, he just knows, when you have a coach that knows the minutes and just knows the game so well, you're going to win those close games.
Yeah, and we hit the threshold yesterday. There's certain players who it's scary to bet against. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, they come to mind.
Yeah.
Is Mike Vrabel one of those guys now?
Yeah.
Because, I thought about going on Texans 3.5 and, Jesus, I would be so mad if they didn't do it.
They just play. And why is Ryan Tannehill so good right now?
Because he's not playing for Adam Gase. But you know what? Maybe we do go in this because the line does not reflect the awful injury that happened to Tennessee's most.
Oh, I thought you were talking about for the Steelers. Yeah.
No, not for the Steelers. For Taylor Lewan.
Oh, yeah.
The left tackle for Tennessee, the guy who's kind of absorbed the Conklin departure, really made that line go out for the year with an ACL. So if any other circumstances, any other coach, and I'm going to be on the Steelers this week, and I think they're a better team. I think they're a better version of this team, but I don't like going against Vrabel.
Oh, no. And what I'm very excited to see, what I really wanted to see out of the Cleveland was to have Nick Chubb back there and see if he could push back on the Steelers. Because, they're very tough, as I said before. And I really want to see what happens when the Steelers get knocked in the mouth a little bit. Yeah. How will they react to that?
And it's just in every game this year you've kind of looked at the outside circumstance oh, Tennessee's in trouble. Tennessee's not been in trouble at all this week.
No. They're just cool as a cucumber. Yeah. And the Steelers lost Devin Bush to ACL injury. So you got your middle linebacker out there that makes plays, but they have so much on that defensive side. It's a loss, but they're good. That's the thing.
Yeah, where'd Devin Bush go to school? Come on.
I don't know.
Okay, next one. I said I wasn't going to put any credence into the Browns. The Browns at the Bengals, they're favored by only 3 points. Why do we not pound this line? We saw these teams play earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Cincinnati, they had a spirited effort against Indianapolis. It looked better than it was.
Yeah.
They were very productive for about a quarter and a half, but then they didn't do anything the rest of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a comeback to normal game for the Browns. They really need this game, just for divisional, because you already lost twice, and you didn't look great doing it. We got to stop doing that if we want to be in the running at the end. So we just need one of these definite wins where we blow them out and we hold Joe to, I would love 10 points just to show okay, we can do this, even though that's tough for Joe.
Yeah, and there's all this talk about Joe Burrow, but they, what stopped them? Joe Mixon got hurt.
Yep.
And if they didn't do a thing, and if Joe Mixon is banged up,
they
don't have a choice.
You're gonna go with what's his name?
Giovanni Bernard. Everyone's had him on their fantasy team 10 times, and he is always terrible.
Right. You're like, oh, Giovanni's going to do it this year. And you're like, nope. Ain't doing shit.
More disappointing Giovanni's than my mom's dating life.
I don't know any Giovannis. I wish I knew a Giovanni.
Yeah, I'll introduce you to a Giovanni.
I'll introduce you to this piece of shit. Yeah, I can do that.
Hey, you want to meet a guy named Giovanni? I know a guy named Giovanni.
I know a couple.
This next game, we don't have any takeaways. I don't think. It's the Cowboys at Washington. Cowboys are only being favored by 3 points right now. And I think after tonight, they'll be favored by about 5.5 points.
Yeah, that's going to be an easy one. I'm thinking Andy. Andy has a game.
This slate's looking easy. Am I crazy about that?
No.
And we're going to talk about slam dunks. Packers field goal favorites against the Texans.
Ooh, the Texans are they're feeling spry right now.
Yeah, but if you're a team whose offense is struggling, a trip to Houston is just what you need.
Exactly.
I'll throw you some comps to the zoo. You can go meet a giraffe. You could throw some alfalfa in the rhino's mouth. Then you could just score touchdowns on this depleted Houston defense.
I love that. That sounds like a good little Sunday and Saturday right there.
Yeah, the zoo, Torchy's Tacos, blowout win. And it's gonna pain me. I might need to have you place the bet for me.
Oh, okay. I have to you use my mouse and stuff, or use my finger.
I'll hand you my phone. I'll tell you, hey, I need to place a wager on the Packers. I don't want to do it myself. Can you place the Packer bet for me?
Oh yeah, wow. You hate the Packers. This is gonna be good. I'm
kind of like a Hasidic guy taking a elevator during Shabbat.
Oh no. Oh good.
That is it. We're recording it. Okay, I'll explain the joke. Okay, we live in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, boy.
My fiance, she's the only non-Hasidic employee in a Hasidic company, so I know a lot about this community. And on their Sabbath, which is Friday night to Saturday morning, great early punk song. Was that this? And then, and they aren't allowed to press elevator buttons. That's what I mean.
Thanks for explaining that to the users, people.
I was just trying to make Sam happy. I thought taking the Eagles would be enough of that.
But yeah, I know the Packers are probably gonna eat, but we'll see.
And then Panthers Saints. Panthers played their reflection. That's a perfect. The Bears and the Panthers are the same team. The Bears are just a little further along.
Teddy, Meeks, Bush. That Teddy did not do well. That's not a version of Teddy you expect to have. But Bears defense is good.
Yeah, and then Teddy, he's not a great quarterback. He's a quarterback who's responsible, who's able, who in the right situation can win you 10 games. He's right. Case Keenum 2.0.
I mean, if you saw with the Saints, he just had to play compliment football and then have Alvin Kamara just bail him out. So
I love the complimentary football illusion. Complimentary football is what it's all about.
Yes.
And both these teams, Panthers and Bears, they're responsible. And the Saints have an ass kicking in them, don't they?
Oh, yeah. I think so. They haven't had one really as of late for all.
And the Panthers, I like them. I extol their virtues every show, but I think the tape might be out. So if we're seeing a healthy Saints team, I'm probably going to back the Saints here, and I'm probably going to lose that bet.
Yeah.
But I know. Yeah. Seahawks -3.5 at Cardinals.
Seahawks has some trouble in that West Division when they play, so it could be a close one, or Russell is he's in it. He's in the zone. He's in the MVP zone.
I mean, those two defenses are terrible.
Yes.
If you tease the Cardinals in the under there. I like the 2-team teasers. Those have been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like that is just as someone who occasionally will throw $50 out there just to make watching TV a little bit more exhilarating. Because that is what sports gambling is. It's putting down money to make TV more fun.
That's it.
You can't do that with Stranger Things.
You can't do that. You can make a bet. You can make a bet on 11. Yeah, see what she does that episode.
Yeah, I bet she's gonna get 6 texts from Drake after midnight tonight. Hey, he's a pedophile. So yeah, that one's there, and then 49ers at the Patriots.
This is a weird one, man.
Weird one. Patriots still favored by 3, only 3.
Do you think Cam has it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took one bad sack yesterday that was totally his fault.
Yes. Yeah, he
But
tried to do too much.
Can
Cam doing
we
too much.
maybe be a little bit more understanding with these guys coming back from COVID?
I think we need to, but it's the NFL. You can't.
We saw Nick Saban get cured in a day and a half. Oh, boy.
He's using, he's just, I can do it. I can just take this elixir. But he works at a college, so I bet they have some good medicine there. What? It's a college. They have medicine. They have a department of medicine. You know, you got to do you can take some good shit there.
Well, when you're right, you're right. He's better at improv because I'll throw Brian something like, yeah, well, he'll just sometimes go and I'm just like, I got nothing. Chiefs -9.5 at Broncos.
Ooh, Drew Lock is a lock for me on this one.
9.5 is a big spread.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon, will he be back?
No, he's sick for something.
Yeah, he wasn't out because of the DUI. He was out because he was sick, which means he's probably guilty about that DUI.
Yeah, he's got a little stomach hurt.
He feels bad. He's heartbroken.
He should be. He's letting his team down.
Now, that's a stay away. And if we're going to talk about irresponsible money line bets, how about the Jaguars visiting the patron saint of this show?
What's the number for the Jags?
-8. They're playing the Los Angeles Chargers with our boy, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I can see Justin feasting, but they're kind of like they're the same. They're the same type of teams.
They're not the same type of team because what happened with the Chargers was they got incredibly injured.
Yes.
The NFL, you can succeed with a good pass rush. Ingram's out. Bosa's been banged up. Mm-hmm. They had to throw their star rookie quarterback into the mix all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And Derwin James is out for the year. That's a lot of factors to overcome when you have a coach who can't manage games whatsoever.
True. That's true. I just I can see the Jags finally they've had some tough games, so you know how teams are. They screw on their shoes and just buckle them up and just plow through. I want a Minshew mania game. That's what I want.
But you think the Jags, who are actively tanking, and Minshew's a good player, but they're not giving him any line help.
No.
He doesn't have any help on defense.
Hell no.
And then he's going to travel across the country. He's going to take a 3,000-mile flight and beat a team coming off a bye that has underperformed to their talent levels so far this year. This is the best bet on the board.
You lay it out like that, and I think you got a winner, my friend.
So I think in the afternoon slate at 4:25. Ooh, they get the 4:25 start.
Hey.
The NFL cares about them.
The NFL cares.
We're gonna house the Chargers money line.
I love it.
We're gonna throw everything in our account on the Charger money line.
Cool.
And we'll be all right with that.
Cool.
And then Buccaneers at Raiders -2.5.
Ooh, Raiders are feeling it.
Talk me into the Raiders here.
What did I say about how about Ruggs? You got Ruggs. You got John Gruden. I'm trying to sell you here. Gruden's great, and I think he can come in. He wants to beat the Bucs. That's his old team. Oh man, this is a juicy emotional game, my friend.
But the fact that we've seen the Raiders outpour. They've been so good in national television spots. Yeah. But -2.5, that's too good
so
to be
close.
true.
Yeah.
If it's less than a field goal, you need to just blindly support Tampa Bay here.
Right.
Even if you're wrong, you were right for betting on Brady and Arians over Gruden and Derek Carr. And this is the 1 week Derek Carr's stock will be the highest it'll ever be.
Yes.
I'm a little afraid because the Raiders are coming off a bye.
Right.
But,
the Bucs defense looked great.
Bucs defense looked great. Levante David had a couple tackles where it's like, oh, how did he even get that guy down?
I know. That whole team just runs around.
Yeah, and they're not using their best offensive player in the scheme. They're not using their second best offensive player in the scheme. I think the Bucs have another level they can go to offensively.
Of course, yeah. And it's up to Brady. It's really up to Brady.
But maybe it's smart to just turtle these guys, use them as decoys, and then Ronald Jones has just been killing teams. Yeah. 3 straight 100-yard games. Gronk is rounding into form. So, they're getting into shape.
Yeah.
They had a few.
It was good to see Gronk get a touchdown.
It was good to see Gronk get a touchdown. I'm so glad O.J. Howard ruptured his Achilles.
Oh, okay.
And then our last game of the week,
Ooh.
Bears at Rams -6. Vegas doesn't want us to bet on this at all, do they?
Hell no, because they know it's a good game. Like it's a game that you really can't compute because the Bears could just blow out, but the Bears not gonna be up. They're not gonna be the favorite team here.
No, and like this line's just too big.
Yeah,
it tells me to go Bears, but in my heart, like
you go Rams.
We know the Rams are winning this game.
Yeah.
Like this is the sort of thing where you spend all day Sunday, you're placing your bets, and you're eyeing the Sunday night game.
Yeah.
You're thinking, oh, how am I going to make money on that? And then you always talk yourself into the dog and getting some points, and then it doesn't work out.
It doesn't work out. I don't think you do it
unless your co-host talks you out of it.
Ooh, we'll see.
It makes you support the San Francisco 49ers, not the Rams.
Well, we'll see. I think the Rams do pull it off, but you never know. You might get some Nick Foles, Super Bowl action.
Yeah, but we are in good shape here, so I think we're ready to move on to MLB after an ad read.
Oh.
Yeah. So let's give a shout out to our friends. Yes, they are our friends at Face John's